blue of the ice, so wonderfully calm and still. Not a sound to be heard, but the drip, drip, drip of water from a block of ice, or the dull thud of a snow slip from some hummock. My thoughts fly free and far in the profound peace of the Arctic solitude. Surely the drift will become faster and faster as we get farther northwest. Why should not this winter carry the frame to some place north of France, Joseph Land, then off I'd fly with dogs and sledges to the point where the earth's axis ends, and the whole would go like a dance, drifting by bobby cats.
Okay. Basically, it is a very short poem, but it is very beautiful. You know, different topics are covered in the poems, and the poets, they try to explain according to their point of view. Usually, I have seen, this is my personal experience. I'm a student of English literature, and I have studied a lot of English poems and a lot of English literature. And according to my experience, I have observed and experienced that most of the poems, the poets try to cover up nature. They talk almost like 90% of the poets have written about the nature. This poem is also dealing with the nature. It is specifying a particular area, and that is situation in some snowy land. Like we find the snow over there always, but he is beautifully describing the nature and the beautiful natural scenes. Okay. Uh, Usually, whenever we talk about nature, with the beauty of nature, the poets and all kind of people, they talk about the greenery, they talk about waters, they talk about mountains. But here, the difference of this point. The point which is different in this poem is he's not talking about the greenery or the waters and hills and mountains. No, he's talking about an area that is completely covered with snow. And that area remains covered in snow the whole year. Okay, and you know that it is close to the North Pole. Okay, and he is an inhabitant of that area. He is describing the scene, a beautiful scene of a day. Okay, I will explain it. I'll give you the meanings of the words also. And you are supposed to write the meanings and try to get it. If you don't get anything, you can ask me to re-explain. Every night, and you know that to read the story or to read the poem, there is difference between both kinds of reading. Okay, every night I'm at home in my dreams, but when the morning breaks, I must gallop back to the realm of eternal ice. Here he is saying that the poet is saying that he is an inhabitant of an area where ice is always found. Snow is always found. The frozen ice is always found. Okay, it becomes snow becomes ice because you find snow always there, and it is found over there for the whole year, and it freezes, and then it becomes ice. He says that every night I am at home in my dreams. It means that he every night he sleeps at night. Okay, he is I'm at home in my dreams means that he is sleeping every night. And but when and it is happening with him that whenever he and every day when he wakes up in the morning, he finds ice all around. A summer day, 81-degree north latitude. He's giving the exact location of his place, and he's talking about a summer day, but the ice is everywhere. It is lovely, a poem of clear white sunbeams reflected in the cool crystal blue of the ice. So wonderfully calm and still, not a sound to be heard, but the drip, drip, drip of water from a block of ice, or the dull thud of a snow slip from some hummock. At the start of this stanza, he is talking about the color of ice. And in the picture on the right side, on the top right corner of the page, there is a picture. You can see that the ice in this picture is giving a bluish look. If you examine the picture, you find that the ice is not giving not giving complete whitish color. Rather, it is giving a bluish look. And why is it happening? Because of the sharp sunbeams. If you have ever experienced an ice in a sunny day, you definitely would have seen this scene. And you find that it happens. I have experience. I am my village receives ice snow 4 times in a year during winters. So nowadays there is snow. So I know this. When you have a full shine of sunbeams, full sunshine in snow, everything is covered in white. Everything is covered in snow, and when the sun rises in the morning, you feel as the white color turns into blue. The snow starts giving a bluish look, as you can experience in it. A lighter, a light, a dim bluish color can be observed in this picture instead of white. Okay, so he is saying this, and why does it happen? He's giving the explanation of it when he says that reflected in the cool crystal blue of the ice, the sunbeams which come to the crystal blocks of the ice, they are refracted. They hit the ice blocks and then they change the direction of the sunbeams. The ice blocks change the directions of the sunbeams, and thus, and just because of this action, this act of sunbeams, this changing path, okay, or refraction, they are their color is color changes. The color does not change, but the look only changes. So wonderfully calm and still. If you know that area, if you have any information about that area, information of that area, then you should know that a little number of people are living over there. Okay, and you don't have any kind of traffic, you don't have crowds, you don't have markets, you don't have factories and mills, so you don't have any noise pollution or air pollution over there in that area, in the region of North Pole. And what happens? That's why the silence prevails everywhere. Silence, or the the peace, silence and peace has prevailed over there. You find a complete peace over there. You don't find the sounds of the birds even. Okay, you hardly find any sound over there. Okay, that's why I say that he says that so wonderfully calm and still, not a sound to be heard, but the drip, drip, drip of water from a block of ice, or the dull thud of a snow slip from some hummock. Dull thud is basically the sound of water. If you have experienced a heavy snow, and usually it happens, you find these dull thud sounds at night when you are sleeping inside, and there is heavy snowfall outside. On the ground, you find watery snow, and the blocks of ice drop from the corners of your roof of your house, and they hit the watery snow that creates this dull thud sound. Just imagine that a watery snow on the ground and a block of ice or a block of snow falls from some height on that watery snow. In the result, a sound is created. Thrush. I know that sound. I can imagine because I have seen this, I have observed it, I have experienced it. So if you have an experience, you can see through your minds and you can through your imagination that a sound is created that is similar to like thrush, thud, that is called dull thud. And another sound he mentioned before this, he's talking about a sound of the, the water dropping from the ice blocks that creates a sound that is called dip, drip, drip, drip. You know, we use this word for of this action of the drops of water. We call it drip. And you know, there are some words which when they are performed, when the actions are performed, they create the same sounds to the words which are used for those actions. For example, we use the word drip for this action. When a drop falls from some height, okay, we call this action drip. And if you hear the sound, you will feel as the sound is created similar to this word drip, drip, drip. Okay. Sometimes, for example, you have a piece of paper. When you tear it from one corner, try to tear it slowly and try to hear the sound. You will feel as the sound is generated like tear. The tear, the same, the sound is same as of the word is used for this section. Tear is the word, and the sound that is created by this section of tearing the page is the sound is also tear. Okay, so splash, when you hit the surface of water with something, the sound that is created by this section is similar to, if you hear closely, you will feel the sound is created like splash. And the word which we use for this section is also splash. This is called onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia. It will come after this point. Okay, we will discuss this onomatopoeia also. So you got this definition over here. So he says that you can, it's a complete peace, a serene peace and silence over there. It's a dead silence. Even you can find the drip drip and dull thud sounds over there. Okay, of a snow slip from some hummock. Hummock means the small natural hills, small hills, natural hills, and the blocks of snow are slipping down from that, from the steep surface of the mountains. They're coming down and hitting the watery snow that is creating this dull thud sound. Then he says, "My thoughts fly free and far in the profound peace of the Arctic solitude." Arctic solitude, usually this term is used when you have dead silence somewhere. Pin drop silence. Pin drop silence is that silence where you can hear the sound that is created by the action of dropping a pin on floor. Okay, you can hear that sound, even that much silence. So he says that since there is nothing over there, no noises are found in that area, so you have an extreme solitude. Arctic solitude is this term is famous for this area. Okay, because the silence which we find in Arctic area is the extreme solitude. You never find any sounds over there. So there is a complete peace and complete silence over there. That he is. That's why he is using this word Arctic solitude, and we commonly use it whenever we find a profound peace, when we find a deep silence. Okay, so he says that I'm thinking about different things. My thoughts fly free and far in the profound peace of the Arctic solitude. He's thinking about different things. Basically, he's enjoying. Surely the drift. Uh, Drift means, in this area where you have the snow everywhere, okay, and whenever you find the snow for the whole year, definitely you cannot run the vehicles. Okay, which kind of vehicles? The vehicles which have tires. You don't have cars and other buses and all these things over there, all these traffics over there. So he went, he they those people, they use the sledges. That is the snow vehicle. Sledges. which are pulled by or dragged by animals, especially dogs. The dogs do it. You have seen those sledges in some movies also. I have seen it. So he says that he is drifting, and this action is called drifting. When he is riding a sledge pulled by the dogs, this action is called drifting, like he is drifting. So he says that surely the drift will become faster and faster as we get farther northwest. He says that he's traveling, he's moving towards to northwest area. Okay, and he says that it becomes his drifting is faster and faster. He's running like his vehicle is pulled in a speed by the dogs. Why should not this winter carry the frame to some place north of Friends Joseph Lane, then off I'd fly with dogs and sledges to the point where the Earth's axis ends and the whole would go like a dance. Over here he says that he wishes to travel to the end of the North Pole. Okay, Franz Joseph Land. If you, this is the name of an island, a land, and where is it located? It is located in. It is a type of island that is located in an Arctic Ocean. Okay, Arctic Ocean. So he says that he is. It is a bit far from the North Pole. He is wishing to travel to or drift to the North Pole, and he is using the term a place, the point where the Earth's axis ends. So the axis of the Earth ends on North Pole. So he says that from Franz Joseph Land, he wants to travel to the end of the North Pole, the exact point of the North Pole. Okay, and he says that then if I will travel sometime, I travel to the North Pole sometime in future. I would love to enjoy. I would love to go with my highest speed over there. Okay, and at the end he says, and the whole would go like a dance, like a dance, like when you dance, when someone dances when they are happy internally. He says that I will be very happy. He means to say over here that I would be very happy at that time, when the time will come to go to the North Pole, to the point where the axis of the Earth ends. So at that day, while drifting to the North Pole, I would love to drift, and I would be happy internally. It will be similar like I would like to do dance. I will be dancing internally. My heart would be dancing. So that's what he was saying over here. He gave you an insight into the life of uh, an aspect of the life of Arctic land. Okay, and the people who are living over there. So that's it. That is the explanation of this poem. Now we have four questions on the next page, page number 89. Question number one, two, three, four. You are supposed to write the answers of them. Okay, we have five
Sir,
minutes left. Yes.
sir, I want to ask that this drifting that you told that on the sledges when the dog is like or any other animal is pulling
Mhm.
it. So, sir, there is another drifting in normal cars.
This is also a drift, but you know that the tires, when the car is in a speed, the tires are jammed from inside by using the brakes, and
Yes.
then the car drifts. You know that?
Yeah, yeah.
That's another thing. That's another thing. But he's this drifting. He's using this drifting for the sledges. Okay.
Uh,
Yes. So you will write the answers of these four questions now, and let me discuss this topic onomatopoeia. That is on the same page, on page number 89, and this is very important. We have 4 minutes left. Onomatopoeia is basically, as I told you, that when we have the sound of an action resembles, listen to me carefully, when the sound of an action resembles to the word that is used for that action. Like drip. If you listen to the sound of dropping of falling of the drops of water from some height, you can hear that as the sound generated by this action is drip. You feel, okay, like if they are constantly falling down the drops, you will be hearing like drip, 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 drip. You feel as the drops are saying it, drip, drip. And in English language, we use the same word for this sound, drip, dripping of water. Okay, and such words which have the same similar sound, and the word and the same sound of action are same. Okay, such words are called onomatopoeic word. That is called onomatopoeia. On page number 84 and 89, after the questions understanding, you have this topic, developing your language, onomatopoeia. uh, Ahmed Alam, are you there, beta?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Can you read it, please?
Yes.
Read it.
Sir, can I read it?
Yeah, no,
So can
let
I?
Ahmed read. Yes, Ahmed. Ahmed, do you have a book with you?
Sir, I think he went to bring the book.
Okay, Kundi, you read.
Okay, sir. Developing your language, onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is one of the most difficult words you'll
Onomatopoeia.
ever have. Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia. Yes.
Okay, sir. Onomatopoeia is one of the most difficult words you'll ever have to spell. Split it into sections like this. Onomatopoeia.
Ahmed Alam, mute your
Now
mic.
think about the now
Yes,
think
Kundi, read.
about now think about the following words and the example meaning given for them. Here is the sound you make when you pull a piece of paper apart with the fingers of both hands. Crack is what happens when a ball hits a window.
Mm-hmm.
Split is the sound you make when you chop a piece of wood into Read this sentence that shows what running water sounds like. The rainwater gurgled down the drain pipe
Gurgle.
and bubbled over the
Gurgle.
gurgled.
Okay, have you heard the sound of drainage? Gurgled. When you have, for example, in the sink of your kitchen, the sink has been blocked, and the water has been
Yes.
deposited in the sink. Okay, when someone opens the blockage, it gurgles down, gurgles. It gives the sound like this, isn't it? Have you heard of it? Have you heard this
Sir,
sound?
sir, I've heard about this.
Yes. So this sound is called gurgling, and the same sound is created by this action of gurgling, and the word which we use for it is gurgle. So gurgle is the sound, and gurgle is the word. That's why this is onomatopoeia. Okay, the word gurgle. Yes. Continue.
Yes, sir. The rainwater gurgled down the drain pipe and bubbled over the sidewalk. Answer the following questions. What do you think onomatopoeia is? Write a definition.
Okay, we have defined it. Yes.
Write one really good example of an onomatopoeic word. Sir,
Hmm.
it can be crack.
Sir, ouch.
Now leave it. Leave it. It's nothing. You need to know what is an onomatopoeia only. Okay. The time is up now. So you are supposed to write the answers of 4 questions before the next class, next lesson, and we will inshallah discuss those answers. Then we'll go forward, move forward. Okay, boys.